Hello viewers, welcome to Arbitrage Academy. In this session, I will discuss about network reduction methods. What is network? Network is a collection of interconnected circuit elements. We have already discussed about this in the basics in the first session. And reduction means converting a complex network into a simple network. Reduction means converting a complex network to a simple network. Simple network. After converting this into a simple network, the Kirchhoff laws, that is KVL and KCL, are applied to find out currents and voltages across the circuit elements. The first method is the series combination of the series or parallel. Series or parallel combination of resistances, inductances and capacitances are replaced by their equivalent values, R equivalent, L equivalent and C equivalent, to reduce the complexities. This is the first method. In this method, we will see about the series combination of resistances, series combination of inductances, series combination of capacitances, and then parallel combination of all these things. Okay, this is the first method. And the second method is source shifting. Source shifting. In the source shifting, we will consider only the ideal sources. These ideal sources can be shifted to some other place in the network in such a way that the branch currents and nodal nodal voltages will remain same. Okay? And we have already seen about the source transformations. Source transformation. Source transformation, we have already discussed about this method in the previous sessions, one of the previous sessions. I will provide the link of this so that you can watch this if you want. Today, I will discuss about these two now. This is I have already discussed. You can go through that by clicking on that link. Series combination of resistances now. Series combination. Let us see about the series combination. Let us consider three resistors 1, 2 and 3. They are connected in series across a voltage source. Across a voltage source. Let these be R1 ohms, R2 ohms and R3 ohms. R3 ohms. Let us find out the equivalent resistance of these three. Let I be the current flowing through the circuit, and V be the active source, voltage source which supplies current I. And what is voltage drop across this? By applying Ohm's law, we get, let it be V1 is nothing but IR1, and V2 is nothing but IR2, and V3 is nothing but IR3. And this should be converted into an equivalent. This is series combination. It should be converted into a circuit like this. R equivalent, so that this combination can be replaced by R equivalent, and V is the supply voltage and I is the supply current. Okay, in this circuit, if you apply this Ohm's law, we get V by I is equal to R equivalent. Let it be equation number 1. Now coming to this circuit now, V1 is equal to IR1 and V2 is equal to IR2, V2 is equal to IR2 and V3 is equal to IR3. IR3. By applying Ohm's law, I got these equations. V1 is equal to IR1, V2. Now let us apply Kirchhoff voltage law to this loop now. Then we'll get rise in potential. Start from here. A, B, let it be C, D. Let's consider the loop A, B, C, D, A. Loop A, B, loop B, C, D, A. In loop A, B, C, D, A, let us apply KVL now. In the branch AB, rise in potential, so plus V, and in this branch, in the direction of current, so minus I into R1 minus I into R2 minus I into R3 is equal to 0. So V is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. So V by I is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. What is V by I? From equation 1, V by I is nothing but R equivalent, which is equal to sigma R1. So if resistors are connected in series, its equivalent resistance R equivalent is equal to sigma R1. That means R1 plus R2 plus R3. There can be n number of resistances. If there are n, we can write R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on Rn. Okay? This is the series combination. So series combination of resistances can be replaced by its equivalent resistance by using this formula. R equivalent is equal to sigma R1. Sigma R1. We can directly write in terms of voltage also, V minus V1 minus V2 minus V3 equal to 0. In that way also we will get the same equation. Now let us consider the parallel combination now. Parallel combination. In parallel combination, the resistors will be in parallel. They will be parallel to each other. And the parallel combination is connected across a voltage source. So this will be like this. Let us consider three resistors, R1, R2, R3, R3. Let's connect these combination across a battery like this. V is the voltage source and I is the current. This current is split into three currents, I1, I2, I3. And the resistances are R1 ohm, R2 ohms and R3 ohms. R3 ohms. So voltage across, drop across these resistors will be same. Why? Because they are in parallel. They are parallel to the supply voltage. So the voltage is V. The voltage drop also will be same. These three are energy absorbing elements, whereas this is energy delivering circuit element. So this is positive and this is negative and the current is moving away. So it is energy delivering. And these three are absorbing the energy supplied by this battery. And it should be equal to what now? It should be equal to a combination like this. R equivalent and V is the voltage, supply voltage and I is the supply current. And from this circuit, we can write V by I is equal to R equivalent. Let this be equation number 1. Now coming to this circuit now, the current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay. I1 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. What is I1? I1 is nothing but V by R1. Voltage drop across this branch is V only. By applying Ohm's law, we get this. I1 is equal to V by R1 and I2 is equal to V by R2 and I3 is equal to V by R3. So I is equal to, since it is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, it will be now V by R1, I1 is nothing but V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Okay. Now take V common, is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Bring this V onto left side. Now it will be I by V is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This can be extended into n number of resistances connected in parallel. What is I by V? From equation 1, I by V is nothing 1 by R equivalent, which this equation implies I by V is equal to 1 by R equivalent. So this is equal to 1 by R equivalent from this. So in parallel combination, these resistors are replaced with R equivalent by using this formula 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 equal to 1 by R equivalent. So you can write like this: sigma 1 by R, R1, generally we say we write like this, or sigma 1 by Rn, where n values vary from 1 to n. In that way also we can write sigma. So now let us see about the series combination of inductors. The resistors can be used in both DC and AC circuits, whereas if you use inductors in DC circuits, it acts as a short circuit. In AC circuits, that inductor will oppose the flow of current in the AC circuit, whereas in the DC circuit, it acts as a short circuit. That means it allows the current to flow. Okay. Now let us consider the series combination of inductors. Series combination of inductors. Let us consider three inductors. Inductors are denoted by a symbol like this: 1, 2, 3, connected across voltage source V. Let I be the current. Let this be L1, L2, L3, and it should be converted to, it should be simplified. So its equivalent circuit will be like this, replaced by L equivalent and connected across the battery. This is AC source, voltage source. L1, so its resistance. In AC circuits, we call it as inductive reactance or impedance, denoted by J omega L1, and it is J omega L2, and this is J omega L3. We'll discuss about this J and omega when we discuss about the AC circuits. J omega L1, J omega L2, and J omega L3 ohms. Impedances. Impedances means they oppose the flow of AC current. And here it is J omega L equivalent. Here we will get L equivalent. And its impedance is J omega L equivalent. Okay, let us use the formula which we have already derived for series combination of resistors. So for the series combination of resistors, R equivalent is equal to sigma R1. That means which is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on. Here Z equivalent is equal to Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Since there are three inductances, we will get three impedances. Z equivalent to Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Okay, Z equivalent is this one. This is Z equivalent. So Z equivalent is J omega L equivalent. J omega L equivalent is equal to, what is Z1? Z1 is equal to J omega L1, Z2 is equal to J omega L2 and Z3 is equal to J omega L3. Let us substitute these three values now. So J omega L1, L equivalent is equal to J omega L1 plus J omega L2 plus J omega L3. J omega will be cancelled. So L equivalent is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3. So we can generalize like this. L equivalent is equal to sigma L1. Okay. For series combination of inductances, L equivalent is equal to sigma L1. Now let us see about the parallel combination now. Parallel combination of inductors. 1, 2, 3. Let us consider three inductors. L1, L2, L3 connected across an AC source. And supply current is I. Should be equal to L equivalent, which is equal to J omega L equivalent ohms. So its impedance is J omega L equivalent. And Z1 is equal to J omega L1 and Z2 is equal to J omega L2 and Z3 is equal to J omega L3. We can directly use the parallel combination of resistors formula here. So what is that? 1 by Z equivalent is equal to 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus 1 by Z3. In case of DC circuits, we call the resistance. In case of AC circuits, we call that resistance as impedance. That is also called as inductive reactance. If you use capacitance, capacitive reactance. 1 by Z equivalent is equal to 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus 1 by Z3. Now let us substitute the values now. This is Z equivalent. Z equivalent is equal to J omega L equivalent. Let us substitute these values. Now what is 1 by Z equivalent? 1 by J omega L equivalent is equal to 1 by J omega L1 plus 1 by J omega L2 plus 1 by J omega L3. Now if we take 1 by J omega common, we will get like 1 by J omega, we get 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2 plus 1 by L3. 1 by J omega will cancel. Then 1 by L equivalent is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2 plus 1 by L3. 1 by L equivalent is equal to sigma 1 by L1. Okay. That way we can replace this parallel combination by its equivalent inductance using this formula. Now let us find out series combination of equivalent capacitance for series combination of the series combination of capacitances. There can be a number of capacitances in a circuit. Let us consider only 3 capacitors now connected in series like this. 1, 2, 3 connected across a voltage source. Voltage. If it is connected across a DC voltage source, then these will act as open circuits. Why? Because the frequency is 0. 1 by 0 is infinite, so it acts as an open circuit. V is the AC voltage source and I is the current. C1, C2 and C3 will be the capacitances. Their corresponding impedances will be 1 by j omega C1, 1 by j omega C2, 1 by j omega C3. These are the impedances measured in ohms. Series combination, right? It should be reduced to a voltage source and across this a capacitor is connected like this. Let us write C equivalent and its impedance will be 1 by j omega C equivalent. Okay, this is the complex network reduced to simple network like this. Now let us find out the C equivalent now. When the resistances are connected in series, the resistances are simply added. In the same way here also, let us add the impedances now. Z equivalent is equal to Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. So which is equal to, what is Z1? 1 by j omega C1 plus 1 by j omega C2 plus 1 by j omega C3. And Z equivalent is 1 by j omega C equivalent. So 1 by j omega C equivalent is equal to 1 by j omega, let us take it common, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So 1 by j omega will get cancelled. So 1 by C equivalent is equal to sigma 1 by C1. Okay. So when they are connected in series, we have to use this formula. It is similar to the resistors connected in parallel. Here we have connected the capacitors in series. So its equivalent capacitance is 1 by C equivalent is equal to sigma 1 by C1. Parallel combination of capacitors. 1, 2 and 3. I have considered 3 capacitors and all these 3 are connected across the voltage source. V is AC voltage source and the supply current is I. So C1, C2 and C3 be the capacitances of the capacitors 1, 2 and 3. Should be reduced to, it should be simplified to a simple network like this. A voltage source, across this a capacitor is connected, equivalent capacitor, C equivalent. So by using C equivalent, what is Z equivalent? Z equivalent is equal to 1 by j omega C equivalent. Z, when they are connected in parallel, 1 by Z equivalent is equal to 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus 1 by Z3. So, same formula is used. For resistances, we have derived a formula for parallel combination, that is 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. We can use the same formula here. In place of R, I have used Z. Why? Because R is nothing but resistance and Z is nothing but impedance. Meaning is same. This impedance means hindrance to the flow of, impedance means hindrance to the flow of current. So 1 by Z equivalent, what is Z equivalent? 1 by j omega C1. So 1 by j omega C equivalent is equal to 1 by j omega C1 plus 1 by j omega C2 plus 1 by j omega C3. So 1 by this means this will go to the numerator. So it will become j omega C equivalent is equal to j omega C1 plus j omega C2 plus j omega C3. J omega, if you take common, it will be it gets cancelled. So C equivalent is equal to sigma C1. It is similar to the series combination of resistances. So for the parallel combination of capacitors, this formula is used. C equivalent is equal to sigma C1.